people, what's happening? Nice one for coming back to the Fuse UK. It's much appreciated as always. Tonight's next guest, we've got Karl Thompson, who had an impressive BKFC debut last Saturday with a great win against Rabega, who's just come out with a Gromda tournament over in Poland, which is a massive show. He fought 3 heavyweights in one night and stopped every one of them. And Karl Thompson done a great job with him. But here he is anyways. How we doing, Karl? You all right, mate?
Yes, thank you very much. I'm all right, Paul. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, mate. Appreciate your time for coming on and that, bro.
No bother at all, mate. No bother at all.
How are you feeling now? Is the adrenaline and the hype calmed down a bit now?
Yeah, the adrenaline's calmed down. Obviously, I'm still aching a bit from the fight, but I'm just buzzing with myself. I think I've done a good job. So the game plan went to work. So at the end of the day, yeah, I was quite happy with the performance.
Yeah, it was a great win, mate. Before we get into that, I'm just wondering if you would mind sharing with us where your journey began in fighting. Like, I know that you were like very good amateur boxer and that, but for the people who don't know.
Yeah, I started training at the boxing gym when I was 9-year-old. An amateur boxing gym at Spennymoor. I got my medical card when I was 11. And I boxed all the way from 11-year-old right through to when I was, last time I was about 23, 24-year-old. So I've done it for a long time. Boxed up and down the country. I boxed around the world. I've been to South Africa, boxed France, Guernsey. So there's been a lot of places I've been. And I'd say I've had a decent pedigree of boxing, which puts a good stead to the bare knuckle, I think.
Yeah, definitely, mate. You can see as well by the way you're moving that you've obviously been boxing before. But was the bare knuckle side, were you a fan of this before you got into it?
Yeah, I was a massive fan. You know, I think it's great shows. I mean, the shows were put together are absolutely brilliant. Some really good fighters out there, and it's just I think it's taken over in a way. It's taken over from the other combat sports because there's a lot of hype around it. Obviously, people want to watch good fights, and obviously it doesn't get no better than bare knuckle in my eyes.
No, it doesn't, mate. And where did the call come for you to go bare knuckle?
Well, I spoke to Andrew Bakewell and asked him to get on one of my shows. Asked him to be on one of his shows. Obviously, said it's been a while since I boxed, so really online wasn't really there to see us, so I could send footage in. So basically, I trained down with Jim. I've done some sparring, some pad sessions. I sent him some videos of it. He was happy to get us on the shows, which is a massive thank you, really, because it's just I couldn't thank him enough, really.
Yeah, class. And this camp that you had for this fight, because you haven't done it in a while, how did it go for you?
Yeah, I've always kept myself busy in the gym. I've always trained, whether I'm training the kids, the lads. So I've always kept myself active, but it all brought back memories, basically, of obviously cutting me food down, the diet and the training hard, but I enjoyed every minute of it, to tell you the truth. It brought back good memories, which is a good thing. So I was just happy to get back in the ring, happy to train, and happy to fight, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, of course, mate. And on the weigh-in day, you were up in Newcastle, and you come like face to face, seeing him in the flesh for the first time, Rabega. What were your thoughts on him?
Not a lot really. I must have put on really. I'm a tough fan of Rabega. He seems like a great guy.
Yeah,
it really does seem like a really genuinely nice guy. Nothing really, you know. I knew he'd been active. I know he hasn't done it for a long time. I know trained as boxing. I obviously had a game plan to follow after watching a couple of his fights, and it just the game plan went well. But massive respect to Rabega. You know, I hope he learns from it. Losing, everyone loses. Everyone loses. Everyone learns a lot from a loss. He learned more from a loss than sometimes a win.
Oh,
so 100%. He just excited and he keeps himself going. And massive respect there.
Yeah, definitely. I think the fighters, though, themselves, when they've been in a good fight like that, they don't so much feel as bad as if they just went out there and got starched. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He put on a good shot, but he caused in the first round. I mean, I was off balance, but it was a good shot as well. Obviously, recovered from that. But it just seemed like he ran out of steam a little bit fatigued. But it happens, you know. It happens. It's on a big stage. Nerves can get to use a lot part of it as well.
Yeah, of course. How did you find the whole setup of the BKFC Newcastle on the night and that? Were the nerves and that different from when you were
different, but I've got to say, it's one of the best put together shows I've ever been to in my life. It runs like clockwork. I'm a massive respect to anybody who's obviously everybody who's involved in it, because it's so well put together and everything. Honest, I've never been to a show like it, to tell you the truth. Absolutely awesome.
Class. It's the way that I like the way the setup is as well, the ring with all the lights and things like that. It's class, isn't it?
Yeah, it just runs like clockwork. Everything's so organised. You know, you brought into the ring. You obviously taking them the doctors after. It's just the way it runs. It's so good. I've never ever been to a show like it. I've been to a lot of shows in my life, and that's definitely topped them all.
And I know, like, it's nothing new for you, the fighting and that, but it's different in it when it's in front of a crowd. It's your debut. It's a bare knuckle, and you're first on. You have to have some bottle to just go out there and do the business.
Yes, it's
different. It's different gravy, and it made the bare knuckle.
It's totally different gravy. I mean, I've had a lot of boxing fights, which I have, but it's a total different gravy when you've got no, when it's just bare knuckle. You know, you know, in your own head, anything can happen.
Yeah,
and that's what makes it like that's what people tune in for, because anything could happen. But yeah, there was a lot of nerves. It's a big stage to get on. You know, this is the biggest bare knuckle for most people out there. So it was a lot of nerves, but you know, I settled it. I knew I'd be all right once I got into the circle. I knew I'd be fine. You know, the nerves kind of left us, but the build-up I was nervous. Yeah, especially first one as well.
You had great support there, though. You had Kel Brook ringside for you, and Brad. I think Brad's brother was in your corner, wasn't he?
Yeah, Brad's brother, Jeff Saunders, was in my corner. Yeah, Kel Brook. Yeah, good friends with him. We can't wait for the next one, actually.
When are you hoping to get out next? Is it going to be the September-October card, or are you waiting for it to come back to Newcastle?
No, I'm going to hopefully get out an October card and Leeds or wherever the venue may be. I want to be on the next show if possible. I want to be as active as I can.
And are you just going to be staying at the same weight?
Yes, I'll be staying at the same weight, the cruiserweight, yeah.
Yeah,
I felt good at that weight. So I think the next weight below is 84. It might be a bit of a stretch for me to go down to 84.
Yeah, so did you feel good on the scales and that on weighing?
I felt good on the scales. My diet was brilliant, you know what I mean? My diet was absolutely brilliant. I felt good on the scales. But I think 93 it's a good way to be at. I don't think 84. I think it's just too much for my body to go down to 84.
Yeah, but what a division to be in as well, mate. There's some min fights out there for you, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely awesome. Honestly, some brilliant fights out there. Just can't wait for the next one, to tell you the truth.
Cushy, mate. And is there anything else that you want to share with us, mate? Any sponsors, any shout outs that you want to give a big up to?
Yeah, I'd like to obviously thank all the sponsors, Drainage Groundwork Services, 13 Apparel, Seymour Construction Property Maintenance, Coach and Horses at Barnacastle, and Premier Road Markets. And obviously, I like to thank my family, obviously my wife, Holly. She's done a brilliant job for helping us cooking me diet and everything. And obviously, the kids for the support as well, Turner, Levi, Cody, and Carl. So I'd like to thank everybody who's obviously been involved. Obviously, the coaches as well, Jeff Saunders, Bradley Saunders. But obviously, the owner, Jeff Saunders, as well. So, yeah, got a good close team around us, and that's how I like it. So, can't ask for no more.
Custom, I've heard as well, there's a lad who lives up near me who I know, John Walker. You've been doing a bit of training with him. He's from the borough.
Yeah, John Walker. Yeah, he's a good actor. He's had a couple of bare knuckles himself.
Yeah.
So, I think he's hopefully, I'll get John to be sparring with me next, and I think he might hopefully have the big AB debut as well soon, big AFC debut.
Yeah, he's a fucking big lad, like, isn't he?
He is a big lad, yeah. He's had a couple himself, you know what I mean? So he's not new to the game, so we'll have to obviously see what happens.
Yeah, Cushy, and I really appreciate your time, mate, for coming on. Hopefully I can come down to the gym, maybe one day, do a bit of filming with you in the future.
That's perfect. Yep, fine. You just let me know whenever you want to come down. More than welcome, pal. More than welcome.
Sweet, mate. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, pal, and we'll catch up soon, yeah?
Yeah, okay, mate. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yes, people, I'm going to put all Karl Thompson's social medias in the description, so make sure you head over there and follow him on his bare knuckle journey. The man's going to make waves. The man can fight. Gamers to come. Just look at that Rabiga's fight. He was no fucking divvy him, and to fight him on your debut was some doing, and he done a fucking great job. I've got some highlights as well of the fight on my channel. But if you want to see the full fight, download the BKFC app now and don't miss out on it. So, yeah, big up Karl Thompson and appreciate everybody tuning in there. Good night, God bless people.